be looking at this replay for D Slim on Thing. They're wondering like how to peel for your teammates better, not getting yelled, also still putting pressure in the front line. And Thing is perfect for that. But since a lot of characters do fuck up Thing right now, like Iron Fist, in my opinion, he can't be hard to run right now. So we're gonna check out what we can do. All right. Let me find you. All right, you're right here. I'd argue this is like one of his best maps too. Uh, this map is really good for Thing. Let's see how you play. Looks like they're already running a dive, sorta. I think it makes of both. Yep. So I mean, I think you guys just take the point. Yeah, you guys just sort of take the point really quick. They don't defend you at all. And you push up really well there, honestly. So, versus Iron Fist as Thing, I'd argue he is one of the most annoying characters to fight because you can't control where your right click goes, but it's an AoE. So he could just do it randomly and he'll get the parry anyways. So it's like really annoying to deal with. And that's like what I'm mostly gonna be looking at, like how do you play around that? Because as Iron Fist into a Thing, like you basically get free damage. See how much of a pain in the ass it is for you to do anything to him too. So I would say, around here, right? You're trying to aim up here to deal damage to them, but unless like you time it properly, and yes, you can reach this, I'm pretty sure. But unless you time it properly, you're not gonna hit it. So due to like it being kinda inconsistent, I wouldn't really try to mess with this area too much. I would be more focused on like trying to get them from when they're down here. So like right now, I would be more you turn around to help her right after you mess up here, but just be more proactive with your positioning and knowing like where you can really be is good on things. So you see like your two teammates get dived on. I don't know if they communicate, but they probably do after you do this because you turn around pretty quick. It's like Iron Fist on me. Okay. So let's just forget about this. Unless you're literally up here, this area is not your concern. You won't be able to do anything. This whole like area, um, let me zoom in up a little bit more. So here, like this whole area is yours. Thing dominates this area. Like he can go here, he can hurt you. He can go up here, he can hurt you. He can go here, he can hurt you. Go here, he could cover this. He could cover this hole here too. He could cover this whole area is so good for Thing, it's ridiculous. So most of the time you want to be playing in this grounded area. You don't want to be aiming up here. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to put pressure. Like, yeah, you can be annoying and put pressure, but you should just go up the stairs because, you'll be actually able to put pressure. Okay, it's good that you're on the Fist because he is annoying. He is a threat. So, like, also a good thing about Thing is that, Like right here, you're putting pressure. Let me go back to here. So here you see this thing and how he's literally about to die, right? You don't really need to be here either, and you let past these two people. So like while you're here fighting, you didn't notice, but from the corner of your eye, the you saw this venom just run past you. The good thing about Thing is that you can immediately turn around and stop them from doing whatever they want to do. So maybe that's like what your supports were saying. You can literally just be like, "Oh, I'm fighting you." Be like, "This guy's gonna die." Okay, let me turn around and help. Just being more aware of your surroundings as Thing is really good because you have like a massive control CC, which is your shift ability and your ground slam. So surprisingly, your Luna's actually pretty good. So she gets those 2 kills, and your supports are pretty together. So that's good. But just being more aware will help you a lot in those situations. It's good that you're focusing her because, you know, she's really out of position. And now this guy's out of position. He can die. So, a little, overall, pretty good. Especially since they're going to change up their comp eventually. Yeah, right there you did the right choice by not by not overextending. So, um, but let's just say if you did, if you did like decide to like be going in with your magic and your Emma, and it looks like BP was trying to go in too, you could have just shifted through here and then shifted away, and I think you would have been fine. If this person didn't have like her freeze, you would have been good. But that's like very minimal, and I prefer you living here than selling like the Magic just did. You staying alive makes it impossible for the enemy team to do anything. Yeah, focus burning that. So we know they just use rocket, and you have your ulti. So here is just a lot going on. You guys end up fighting for this one for a while. I want to see why. So I'm not gonna pay attention too much to this fight, to the last fight that you just did. The only thing I'll mention is that let's see if you secure this objective with your ultimate, because being able to secure it is really important, especially on this map, which is fucking impossible to do anything. This guy's just on you. It's like right here I'm thinking like, when is this Luno gonna end? It's gonna end soon, like right now, and she runs away. Okay. So I like how you went with your BP, but after this guy dies and these two start backing up, there's a really, really small chance you get frozen right here. After that, there was no reason for you to go in like this, because now your teammates are without a tank, and you see what happens. Like, everyone just gets blown up really quickly. Like, I'm surprised they got blown up that quick, honestly. Um, if you were to stay there, I think you would have been able to at least help a little bit. especially with your ulti. Something I noticed is that it's like kind of difficult to to use your ultimate on Rocket. So try your best to like see who is the easiest to hit. Arguably, it would be the Venom, the Emma, and the Doctor Mr. Fantastic. My bad. Um, but obviously, like with Emma, she has Diamond form, so keep track of like her cooldown, and I think his shift ability also makes him invulnerable. So you have to keep track of two cooldowns here. These two, and then this guy sometimes. So try and use your ult. Try and like before you use your ulti, just like be like, who is the best one to use it on? Because this is something I struggle with on Thing. It's like I don't know who I'm gonna use it on, and then I end up using it on someone like Rocket or freaking this guy, and then they don't get hit because half of the time these two are in the air. So, and if you just get three, like they're stunned for such a long time that they will die, even if they're tanks. So unfortunately, you guys lose the point here, and I'm pretty sure you die shortly after. There's just too much damage going on. You end up dying, but oh yeah, you end up dying later. Oh, okay, okay, I see. Honestly, tough. He went in with his mega form, and you guys don't have any ultimates to keep y'all alive. Okay, so again, I noticed like that you. Okay, before all this mess. So right around here, you push forward, and then you saw him swing, and these guys are pretty coordinated with their dives. You're like the main person that stops the dives. Right here would have been the fattest ult of all time if you still had it, by the way. But that's what I'm talking about, like saving your ulti for the people that you're able to kill. Regardless, if you see the Venom just pushing behind you or just pushing forward, especially at like how this guy's playing, main idea is to just be like, okay, this guy's looking for a dive. Let me go save my team. You can at least be annoying and stop their movement and be able to apply a good amount of damage. Unfortunately, like Emma ult is just so busted that you can't do anything about that. Um, but they did use a lot of things there. And you guys end up taking the point after. Honestly, there's only so much you can do about them jumping on one person. Um, the only thing I would say is like try and damage reduce them, but they're very on top of your supports like 24/7. Yep, and this is the problem I was talking about, where you just feed him parries. Nice, good job pushing her behind. And then he doesn't die because his fucking stupid ass Iron Fist. Okay, you have ult here. I would use ultimate to secure the kills, but you guys win this. I think because you hit an ulti. So let's see. Oh yeah, 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 no, this is huge. Nice. I like that. That was a pretty good ulti. You hit like 3, right? But we'll see who you hit. So right here. Notice how you hit 2 of the people I told you that you could hit in this game. Oh, well, yes, because I included Iron Fist in that list. But you also hit the stupid rocket. I don't know if you noticed, but you hit rocket, and you could have like made his life a lot more difficult. Your BP is just going in doing BP shit. Um, so pretty good ultimate. I would say like it's really hard to coordinate this, but comboing it with one of your DPS ultis is like the best way to use your ulti. This is really difficult, but good ulti. You guys still end up taking the checkpoint, which is good. So we take those. Okay, this is arguably like a harder point for your character. Right there, arguably, I feel like you canceled your shift too early. Like, yeah, you don't want this guy to move, but and he still had swing. His keybinds are weird. So he still had swing, so you actually kind of screwed him there. So good job. But I would have said like maybe you could have went in with your magic and been more aggressive with her. Not as deep, but like being there to deal the damage because she doesn't really get anything from this ulti, which I'm surprised because she definitely could have. You go back to help, which is good, and also for you not to die. Ooh, you almost cancel it. It's unfortunate though. He's so tanky, so he's really hard to do much against. Good, she wasted that, and you guys burned her. I really like how you're taking space here, and just making sure that they can't do anything. Ooh, you could have played. You could have played with this magic before running away. You could have been a real big asshole and just jumped on this magic and played with her, and then you could have ran away just fine. Cause I mean, let's see what your teammates were dealing with. Okay, I mean, so your Emma was with your team here. I don't think you were needed, but obviously, like you being there helped a lot. Um, I just feel like you could have maybe gotten more value with your magic and actually helped her. It's like one of those situations where like I would have been with the magic and maybe like just taken them down. She's able to get kills, but you see, like she's always missing. Honestly, like I would that ultimate's fine to just kill the Luna because she's annoying. But she comes up. So this ultimate is okay if it was the last person standing, but like she has ultimate coming up, and it's good that you stopped it. But she's about to come up in 3 seconds, and she's gonna ult very soon. Wait, I'm surprised you guys lost this because of Luna ult. Yeah. You guys killed through Luna. Wait, how did y'all lose this? Okay, we're seeing how y'all lost. Ah, this ultimate. Yeah, looks like you guys just got bursted. Okay. Let's see how y'all played this. now. Immediately? I guess, like, honestly, this one I'd say is okay. Okay, for TP on this map, I respect it, honestly. Mostly because people are never gonna go off of this side, I'll be honest. I've never seen people go off of this side. So, like, eh, it's annoying. It's good to be annoying, because, I mean, it only has 2 exits, so. But, I always feel like those, like, starting portals are kind of a waste of time. They're really annoying, though. So Venom just immediately just goes in. You always want to do that as early as possible, because it lasts there for like 1.5 seconds. And usually that's Venom's time to leave. Venoms don't want to be in a fight for too long. Venoms don't want to be in a fight for too long that they know they're not gonna win. You'll see Venom stay if they know they're gonna win. That's fantastic. Okay, you burn that. So, in attacker or defender situation, you can use it on this Venom, but I would try and use it on their really, really aggressive, like, brawlers. You're mostly brawling the tanks, which is what I noticed. And I think this is like why your teammates got mad at you, because there's times that you can do that, but right now into this enemy comp, I wouldn't be doing that. So here you heavily tunnel vision into this Venom. So like, let's see, right around here. You're on this Venom a lot, and then you go on this thing, and then you go back on the Venom, and you see this huge mess that's happening. This would have been an amazing ultimate, by the way. Right here, maybe you wouldn't have gotten any kills, so it's okay that you didn't use it. But oh my god, I would use this so quick. Like, I'm so freaking ready for this. I don't know. Especially since your teammate ulted. Wait! This would have been such a good ultimate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As soon as you were here, like, just pop it. I'll be honest, Things ult, what I noticed is, like, he gets it so quick, just might as well just pop it and make their life harder. You'll get 4 stuns here. This guy's bouncing. I'm pretty sure they'll be significantly damaged, in my opinion. Like, you guys have burst, but their 2 healers are there. So, in this situation, what I probably would have done is I would have maybe ignored this Venom a little bit more and just went behind here, and instead of shifting the Venom, you would have shifted on top of your supports. The reason I say that is because it'll knock up. So right here. So right here when your supports are in danger, which by the way, they shouldn't even be down. These two shouldn't be down here ever, but they decide to go down. When your supports are in danger, boom, 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 right here. Um, you turn around to look for the thing, and then you turn back around to try and kill the Venom, it's just a little bit too late. Iron Fist is so fast at going in. So instead of using it here, I would have just saved it for this situation to save your supports. Because you could have just went here and then knocked them up, and it would have been a lot more annoying. But you also had the situation where you could have ulted. So it's honestly like really complicated. I'm gonna skip a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna skip to like here maybe. Yeah, you guys try and hold it, but I would never. I'll be honest, like this magic is selling right now. There's no point for her to do any of this. This guy's heals are ridiculous. Okay. The reason why I say there's no point to doing any of this is because what's the point of keeping them here? What's the point? Their respawn is right here. And your respawn is all the way over there. Like, remember when we're fighting here, and this is more like on the magic, right? But, you know, to keep this in mind as playing thing, because I do this sometimes too. There's no reason to fight here at all. This is not the place to fight. The best place to fight on this map is literally here. It's right here on this like square area. Because you see, you have, so your teammates have this high ground here, this here, this here, and your tanks and supports have all of this here. And not to mention this little inside area as well. And here as well. Look at how much space you have. Instead of just like constantly fighting in like constantly fighting here where you don't have as much space. And I do count this as a little square. This is how I break down the map. They're just squares. So there, it's broken down now. This is like the first area. And I'm like, I don't really want to be here unless like we have a really good comp that keeps them here forever. So when I have a good comp for that, it'd probably be like a Hela up here. Hela or Star-Lord, a Moon Knight is really good on this map just because of this area here, right? So having your DPS here and then playing like a shield tank or someone that can really dominate this area is good. Unfortunately, I'll be honest, like Thing probably not too good in this area on Defender because it's just so open. So like this is good for poke comps, in my opinion. This is good for poke. You don't really want to play brawl into this. You don't. You have a brawl comp and a dive comp. So here would be like the brawl and the dive, sort of. Because dive can play wherever, but this is where you kind of want to play brawl because you have so much. You have a lot of space, and they have to go through this little chokehold. Um, they can also play through here as well. But the thing is that since you're kind of lower ranged, you're already you're very able to fight in this range compared to like fighting in this really long range. Um, and here is like the I don't know what to say. The what the fuck is going on area. Anything goes in this area. You can play poke, you can play brawl. But this is mostly brawl because you see like, you know, it's really short range and stuff and you have pretty good ability to combo. And it's really hard to get into high ground here unless you have some movement abilities. So I will say this is brawl as well. So unless you have the comp for it, don't play here. This is not worth it. Not worth your time. Not worth your comp. Playing a good mix of both with the brawl and a dive, I say it's worth it. You can play here a little bit, you can play here. I know I said the square, but whatever. I'm changing my philosophy as we go, I guess. Either way, hope that makes more sense when it comes to this map a little bit and where you really want to play, because people don't understand that too well. Right here is just too aggressive, and I don't think your supports are. Well, apart from your rocket, you're that's the only health you're getting, which is good enough. But you know, yeah, you just get absolutely brawled here. I would probably save your ultimate for when you have more teammates around you. That's the best way to look at it. Ooh, nice. Right there, you're ignoring the Iron Fist. Okay. Yes. This is good, because you're going in with your magic, and magic's able to kill these guys pretty quickly. So, it's good. You know, you're supporting the magic. I guess this would be healing for your magic. So, I think I'll pause it here, since I have a good grasp on what you could be doing better. So, first, I will say, good job on the thing. You played pretty well, and you're pretty consistent with how you play. The only couple things I would say is, first of all, make sure that you're turning back and you're not so tunnel visioned. On thing, it's really easy to get tunnel vision because your punch is literally just a tunnel, or it's a cylinder that's just going in front of you. So you want to hit in that cylinder, right? But the thing about Thing, haha, is that he's really good at just immediately flipping the switch around and stopping these dive comps from working. So when you're playing the character, you want to make sure that you're aware of who's going past you and how you're going to help your teammate. Because usually when they're going past you, they're going for your squishies and your supports. You don't really want to mess around too much with their life. So that's like when they say like you're not peeling. Just be more aware. Second of all, if you have ulti, just let it rip. Um, your ultimate's quite strong, and it recharges pretty fast. So I would just let it rip. If you can get 2 or 3, that's good. If you can just get one, let's say 1 or 2, okay. 2 and 3, amazing. You don't need to get the whole enemy team. If you can stun a little bit and your DPS are there, that's usually a one fight. Third of all, I'd say your positioning sometimes was a tiny bit off, where you could have been a little bit more aggressive or you could have been more passive. But that comes with like knowing the comps and understanding the matchups a little bit better. Just like knowing your positioning relative to your team is really important as tank. You want to take the space, but I would argue like take the space you can and then try and take more. Like be a little bit greedy, but when I say a little bit greedy, I mean just a little bit. Show them that you can take it and that you're taking it, and then let them respond to you. They're responding with a Punisher. Let's say you're fighting Punisher, and they're responding with that shotgun, get out. But honestly, that's about it. Um, hopefully it helps you a little bit, and thanks for sending this over to me.